Welcome to part 1 of the Ohana Jingle tutorial, where I'll be talking about what chords are used and also what strumming pattern to play. Let's get started. The first part of the song is the intro, and it's very simple. The intro uses the C chord and is played over 4 measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to talk about the chords now, and then we'll add the strumming pattern. Now the next section, let's call it the A section. There's 4 chords, and it's a cycle that repeats. So the first chord is a C chord. Second chord, E minor. Looks like this. So first finger on the 2nd fret here, A string. Second finger, 3rd fret. And ring finger on the 4th fret. So if you're building from the top here, we got 0, 4, 3, 2. E minor chord, that's the second chord. Third chord is F. If you're building here, 2, 0, 1, 0. There's your F. And then G7, 0, 2, 1, 2. So that cycle repeats. Let's start from the beginning. First chord, C. Second chord, E minor. Third chord, F. Last chord, G7. So that's section A. Section B starts on the F chord. So 2, 0, 1, 0. Next chord goes back to C. Okay. Third chord is D7. Here's a new chord. D7 is played with a bar, your first finger bar over the 2nd fret, and then one finger. You could either use your middle finger or your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. Sounds like this. Or if you want to use your ring finger. And then the last chord is also G7. So let's go over those 2 sections. Section A. First chord C. Second chord E minor. Third chord F. Fourth chord G7. And then section B starts with F, followed by C, D7. A good way to move from the C to the D7 is to, if you're using your ring finger here for the C, you could just add your index finger on the 2nd fret here. And then the last chord back to G7. Okay, so those are the chords. All right, now let's talk about the strumming pattern. I'm going to break this down and give you 2 options, sort of like an easy version and then a more advanced version. So let's talk about the easy version. It's over a 4-beat pattern, and on beat 2, there's a down and up strum, and then on beat 4, just one single down strum. So let's just strum over a C chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so on beat 2, again, I'm strumming down and up, so 2 and then on beat 4 is just one strum going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you can move your arm during those beats 1 and 3, that would be a good exercise for you as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on that B2, just so you know, I'm adding a little bit of a swing feel to it, so that up strum is a little bit delayed to give it that reggae feel. So 1 again, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's use that strumming pattern over the 4 chords for section A. So again, those 4 chords, section A, C followed by E minor, F, and G7. Here we go. I'll count you off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, G7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's apply that strumming pattern over the chords in section B. Let's review those 4 chords. Starts with F, followed by C, D7, and then G7. Now what's different about this section is that these chords are held for 2 measures each. So F, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, D7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's actually one more for the G7 to end this section. So with the strumming pattern, sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 again, 2, 3, 4, and one last drum there. And that's the end of section B. Now let's put those 3 sections together, starting with the intro into section A, to section B, and then we're going to finish the song by playing section A once more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's section A. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. E minor. F. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor. 4. F. G7. 2, 3. Again. C. 2, 3, 4. E minor. F. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Here's section B. Ready? 2. Ready. F. 1, 2, 3. F. C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. D7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 3 G7s. 1, 2, 3, and stop. 2. Back to section A. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. G7. 1, 2, 4. One last time. C. 2, 3, 4. E minor. F. 1, 2. G7. 2, 3. And ending chord last time. C. Now we'll talk about the advanced strumming pattern. Now with this pattern, we're simply taking the first pattern that I talked about and we're adding muted strums caused by our fingers laying over the fretboard here to create this muting sound. Now the strumming pattern in the right hand stays the same, but what you want to try to achieve is to keep that first strumming pattern intact. 1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to bring out those chords, but everything in between are going to be filled with these muted strums. So here's the simple strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with the mutes, sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Without 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it adds a percussive element to it. So let's practice this strumming pattern with the muted sounds over the chords in section A, starting with C. So with my C chord, now I'm moving, instead of playing the C chord with my ring finger, now I'm going to use my index finger so that I could use my other fingers to mute the strings. For the E minor chord, I'm going to be using my pinky to mute the strings. For the F, I got these two other fingers here that I could use to mute. And then for the G7, I can use my pinky here. Okay? So here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4. F. So your strumming arm is strumming just down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's actually strumming just 8 notes, all 8 notes. But then you're controlling on the left hand when those chords are sounding out, which are beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand is just doing this. Okay? So you would apply this strumming pattern to the entire song, the intro, section A, and then also section B. Great job! Be sure to practice the chord progression and the strumming pattern with a nice steady tempo. And when you have all the components together, feel free to check out the Ohana Jingle demo and play along. Have fun!